Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. In this video, we are going to look at the last subtopic of chapter 6, the linear regression. From the previous topic, you learned about scatter diagram, and from the scatter diagram, you can identify the relationship between two variables x and y. If the scatter diagram shows a linear relationship between two variables, the next step is to perform the regression analysis. Say this is your scatter diagram. If you get a scatter diagram that shows a positive relationship, for example like this, then from this scatter diagram, we can draw the best fitting line. So the best fitting line here means a line that is closest to these points, and that line must pass through the point x bar. And okay, maybe you can draw a line like this here. Okay, your straight line must be very close to each point, and please make sure that the line must pass through x bar and y bar. X bar here is the mean of the variable x, and y bar is the mean for variable y. And from this straight line here, you can construct a linear equation for that line. So to find the linear equation here, we use the least square method. So the line here, the linear equation line here, this is the linear regression line. Okay, so we need to determine the equation of the linear regression line for the purpose of forecasting. So in forecasting, it allows us to predict the value of y if we have been given the value of independent variable x. Okay, so for linear regression equation, the form of equation is y equals to a plus bx. Actually, you have learned this linear equation, y equals to mx plus c. It is just the same as this one, just only that for this chapter, we use a and b variable instead of m and c. So y equals to a plus bx. So a and b can be any constant, where a here is the value of y where the regression line intersects with y-axis. That means a is the y-intercept, pintasan y. Okay. Intercept is a point where the x value equals to 0. And for the b variable here, I mean the b constant here, it is the slope of the regression line, gradient of the regression line. Okay. And x is our dependent variable, y is our independent variable. To find the value of b, the slope value, we will use the least square method. So the formula of b is n multiplied with total x y minus total x multiplied with total y divided by n multiplied with total x square minus total x, you square the total x. Okay, and the intercept formula, the y-intercept, the a value, the formula is total y divided by n minus b times with total x divided by n. Okay, or you can also use this formula to find the a value. Y bar here, it means the mean for y minus b multiplied with x bar. X bar is the mean value for x. Okay, let's try the example here. A production manager collected data on production costs and the quantity produced for 10 consecutive days. These data are given in the table below. So question A, find the regression equation for production cost y on the production quantity x using the least squares method. So for question A, you must find the regression equation. So that is the linear equation, y equals to a plus bx. Okay, to find the y equals to a plus bx equation, you must find a and b value. So you must find the b value first, because to find a, you need the a value. So the first step is to find the b value. So this is the b formula. So in this formula, you must have total xy, total x, total y, total x square, and total x. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. And you can get this value from your calculator. So I hope by now you must be able to use your scientific calculator to retrieve these 5 values. Okay, so these are the 5 values that you can get from your calculator. So the next step is to substitute these values into this formula. So n, okay, so what is n? N is the number of observations. So our observation is 10. 10 times width 4468 minus 146 times 295 divided by 10 times width 2224 minus total x 146 square. Okay, so next step is to evaluate the final answer for B. Okay, so B is 1610 over 924. So B value is 1.742. Okay, the next step is to find the A value. Okay, to find A value, you must use the first formula here. Okay, A equals to total y over n minus B multiplied with total x over n. So total y is 295 over 10 minus B is this one, 1.742. 1.742 times with total x 146 over 10. Okay, so A is equals to 4.0668. Okay, and actually for A and B values, you can retrieve that value in your calculator also. Okay, nanti saya akan ajar in our next class how to retrieve value of A and B from your scientific calculator. Okay, now the next step, because we need to construct the linear regression equation. So the formula is y equals to a plus bx. So y equals to 4.0668 plus with b is 1.742x. So this is the linear regression equation. Okay, the next question B. Explain the meaning of constants a and b in the equation. Okay, so this is our a and this is our b. So a here means what? A is the y-intercept. A value 4.068 tells us that the regression line intercept the y-axis at the point 4.068. Okay. Next value is the value of b. B value is 1.742. So this value is the slope of the regression line or gradient of the regression line. Okay, next question, question C. Estimate the production cost when the production quantity is 25,000 units. How much was the fixed cost? Explain your answer. So now we need to do some forecasting. You must forecast the value of cost. So cost is our y, the value of y, when the x is 25,000 unit. Okay, now our x value quantity is in 1,000 unit. So 25,000 unit means your x is 25. Okay, so to find the y value, the equation for y is 4.068 plus 1.742x. So the x here, you must replace it. You must substitute the value of x, 25. So times with 25. So from here, you will get the value of y is 47.617. Okay. Since the y value, the cost value is in thousand ringgit. So that means the value of cost when the production quantity is 25,000 unit is RM 47617. Okay, convert the Y that you get here to 1,000 ringgit. So multiply with 1,000. So this is the cost when when 25,000 units is produced. Okay. Okay, next, how much was the fixed cost? So fixed cost is kos tetap ataupun kos yang tidak berubah. So kos yang tidak berubah bermaksud kos yang mana kos yang tetap ada walaupun tiada production quantity. So it is the value of y when x equals to 0. So that is the value of y intercept. Okay, so the fixed cost value is equals to, because from the previous question, question B, we know that the A value is the y-intercept. So A is 4.068. So this is the value of y when x equals to 0. Okay. So since the y value is in 1,000 ringgit, so 4.068 times with 1,000 ringgit. So the fixed cost is RM 4,068. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope you can try the exercises from your book. Okay, please stay tuned for the next video. In the next video, I'm going to explain about coefficient of determination, R square.